like now. And in each platform, there is a new insight. It's all very brief, but if you think into it, it's clear. And particularly at the very end, you saw it already, when he says that his Havas Bepoil is from Malchus. An interesting thing. What does that mean? Havas Bepoil is from Malchus. So, if you don't mind, I just want to go straight to the point that I was intrigued. I was hoping I was able to have an opportunity to give over here. The first principle that I want to address is, do we recognize there's a difference between instinct and intelligence? And what is the difference? If we recognize that there's a difference, what is the difference? I don't know if I told you the story. I remind it all the time when I have a chance to talk about it. I was once in 770 over there in the in the forum, in the coat room, the coffee room, and like a few bochrim, but few bochrim in the 20s were so debating, so excited about something. What was the excitement? That they observed a certain animal, I don't remember which one, that was standing by a river or by a lake, throwing pieces of bait, of bread or whatever into the water, and the fish would come out and catch it in the bread, and they would catch the fish. Over and over. He was Mami's doing fishing. And they're so perplexed. Human intellect. Look at this. And they're doing it over and over again. I'll tell you something that a while ago, one of my uncles sent me a little video. A big bird, whether it is a pigeon or some other bird, was on top of a roof, a slanted roof. And the roof was icy. And there was a broken piece of pottery. So he would pull up the piece of pottery, sit in it, and slide down the roof. Pick it up, slide up, and be there again, slide down the roof. I was observing the back and forth. What's going on over here? Human qualities. I think it would be very beneficial if we really got into understand the difference.
Does instinct even exist by human beings? Saying like seemingly everything comes through their mind. It seems like it's instinct, but it's really...
That's right. This is the problem. The problem is we reduced our intellect to instinct. Because intellect we can prove. Instinct we can prove. So we say, forget about the intellect. Instinct. The mind is smart enough to identify instinctive realities. But essentially, instinct is the base for truth. That's the problem. We have reduced the human being to instinct, even though the human being has it on a much higher level than instinctively. And clearly, this instinct, like the two examples, very smart. Particularly this bird sliding down the roof. It's like, playing a game. Mainly the fishing, he wants to eat a fish. This is just enjoying sliding down the roof. And I observed it myself. So, where do we start? The first principle, intellect, is not based on observation, on worldly observation. Anything that you find out through worldly observation goes into the category of instinct, because you're experiencing it. At whatever level you experience it, you experience. Like I said, if you hit the table and it hurts you, you know that you shouldn't hit the table. That's at the level of instinct, not the human instinct, no, the level of direct experience. There's nothing to do with intellect. What is the principle of intellect? The principle of intellect is that we know reality not because we experience it, but because it's real. What is real? Let's put it in very simple terms. Whatever we experience is a fact of experience. But what makes it, what brings it into existence? It's an accident, it happens to be. What is the reality behind it? Is it real? Is it supposed to be or not supposed to be? Is existence a reality or is it de facto? Only the human being, only the nefesh ha'adam, only the intellect, the human intellect, has a perception beyond the experiential. Something real. This is why, okay, I'm going to make my say, and then hopefully we can debate on it. This is why the Rambam says, Yisoid ha-Yisoidus, Abud ha-Chochmes, Leide she-Yoshal Motzu Rish Mamtzik, Nimtzu Mamites Imotzi Nimtzik Olamtzoy. We say, oh, this is lofty statement. This is not lofty statement. This is a simple statement of basis of intellect. Intellect means that, excuse me, I know that the world exists because it should exist. That's intellect. Everything is based on some kind of reality. And, you know, I can elaborate on this indefinitely, but what should we say? Odom she'ene bayis ene odom. I'll take something very simple, direct.